Almost all South African traditional media companies are battling to keep above water. A falling advertising revenue is at the center of all their problems. It was the Mail and Guardian's turn to open up about its own challenges. The news organization has been in existence for almost 40 years, operating on print and online platforms. Its story mirrors the rest of the local media companies.
Like all traditional news media platforms, we have been facing challenges, and those challenges are mainly because of the digital platforms that have come in, and most of whom are now tapping into that limited revenue space that we have traditionally tapped on. And I think the biggest challenge that all of us face as news media is that we've got two mandates, basically. One is to inform the public, which is more social responsibility part of our business, but at the same time we're also expected to make money, and that's where the challenge is.
The question is, should Google take the blame for most of the financial problems facing the local media? The Mail and Guardian was the first on the continent to launch an online news publication in the 90s. The company has had to be creative to keep afloat following advertising revenue decline.
In about 2013, we noticed this decline in advertising revenue for online. And we couldn't figure out where it was going, because we were serving the same, we were serving significant page impressions, we had a number of ads on the site, but the money just wasn't coming through like it used to be. And this is when all these programmatic different platforms started to launch, because there was a sense that and Google sort of started investing a lot more in their technology stacks that started attracting revenue from that ought to have come to a publication like the Mail and Guardian.
The organization told the inquiry that the revenue challenges have also had a bearing on investigative journalism units and efforts to expose corruption.
But because of the lack or the decline in advertising revenue that we experienced in print, that we experienced, notwithstanding the fact that we invested significantly on our digital platforms, there was just no revenue to be associated with it. To a point right now where the MG literally struggles along. In terms of the business model to fund this, it has been completely decimated by the likes of what Google has extracted from earning value out of the content that we produce through our costs, that we invested in over many, many years, that we continue to invest in because of the role we played in the South African media sector.
The inquiry is looking into the distribution of media content on digital platforms and advertising technology markets that connects buyers and sellers of digital advertising. Some of the country's biggest media houses and digital platforms, including the SABC, Google, YouTube and Meta, will participate in the month-long hearings, with proceedings streamed live on various competition commission platforms. Katlego Logodi, SABC News, Johannesburg.